Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know, it has been about an entire week now that I've been attacking phone flipping full time. As you guys know, I just graduated from college, so I told you guys, and I wasn't lying when I said I was going to be going full time, going like really hard at it, and just putting my best effort in, putting in 110%. Because that's the way I think you can really be successful in this industry. Yes, it's tedious, but one thing I've started to notice over the past couple days is the value of repeat customers and just kind of building your brand in a sense, because I think I've established with those that I've bought or sold a phone to that they can always come back to me, or I can always go back to them in a sense to buy or sell a phone. So, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited, but again, I've picked up a lot of phones this week, so I was just gonna kind of go over exactly what kind of phones I got and just kind of run you through my entire inventory. As you can see, I'm trying to see how many I have. So I have a bunch here, but I'll kind of make it not too tedious, but so here I have an iPhone SE. This is a cracked one. I bought it for dirt cheap. I think it was like 10 bucks, whatever. I might sell it on eBay, but I might try to use it just to take it apart for parts, because I do want to get into the cell phone repair business. I don't know if it's going to be a separate entity of buying and selling iPhones, or just in general Apple products, or just kind of a thing. I think it'll be more of like I can repair phones, resell them for hire, and kind of helps fix phones, because in a sense I don't want to have the liability of meeting up with somebody and fixing a phone and then potentially messing it up. So like I might just like use this for something, maybe like the charging port to put in a different phone, charge 50 to 100 bucks for that, and just turn a $10 investment in maybe a couple different replacement part kind of investments in a sense, or repairs. So this was the first one I ended up buying. The next one was an Apple Watch Series 7000, not the most popular model, but I ended up picking this one up for 30 bucks. The guy it was perfectly fine. It does have some scratches on the back. I don't know if you guys can see, but screen is pretty clean. Not really any cracks or anything like that, and it does have the aluminum band on it, so I should try to flip this for about 130 on eBay, I think it was. And I'll explain why I'm holding on to these phones a lot right now, so just kind of stick around to the end of the video. But this is another phone I bought. This is a 6 Plus, 64 gigabyte, perfect condition, pristine, literally not a single blemish on it, which is pretty cool. This is a pretty easy purchase. I picked it up for $180, which is a little bit high from some of you might think. Some might be low, but for me, I can usually sell 6 Pluses, and to be honest, 6S Plus and 6 Pluses don't really make a big difference for me in terms of price range. There's not really anything too different from them, other than they do have the S on the back. There's a couple minor features, obviously, that's why they're two different types of models, but people don't really care in a sense in terms of reselling it locally. So I usually sell them for about $280. I probably get between $260 and $300 for it. If I hold on to it longer, it'll probably go for $300. If I try to sell it pretty quickly, like on offer up, just list it for $260, no negotiations, like firm price, I can probably sell it within a couple days. This one was an iPhone 6S Plus 2. I ended up buying. Pretty sick case. I've never seen something like this, but I'm really trying to leverage this. As you guys know, I try to use all my accessories to leverage on like reselling locally. I don't ever sell accessories on actually eBay, because it does not affect the price, and the people usually buying these phones don't really care, especially on eBay. Just in a sense, that's what I've noticed. You guys might be different, but pretty cool case. So I've tried to market this. I've taken pictures. I've put up different ads, some with this on the actual phone so people can see what it looks like. And another one I'm doing is just taking it off and putting it next to it. So I'll just have the phone here and the case right here, and I'll take a picture from this side. I was just trying to split test it, kind of see exactly what would stick with people and see what kind of ad copy would work. But this does have a screen protector on it. Ended up picking this one up for $160, which is super good deal. This case is probably like $80, $100 alone. This thing is like solid. You need screws to undo it. Like, it is insane. This was also 64 gigabyte. I believe this one is just absolutely unlocks, so it should be pretty easy to sell. I literally picked this one up today. I have it listed. So this is an iPhone 8 Plus. This was actually a bad ESN. So this was actually a Sprint 64 gigabyte. I have it listed on eBay. I just listed it before this video. That's why these will go so fast, especially if you list them pretty like aggressively, not aggressively on eBay, more like just kind of like a firm price, buy it now, which I always do, buy it now. But iPhone 8 Plus, 64 gigabyte Sprint. If you guys don't know, I always praise Sprint phones as bad ESN. It's just kind of like a standard nature you learn in the industry. I honestly don't know necessarily why. I know it's because I can say in my best opinion that I know like just Sprint is bad with blocking numbers after it's not activated for a while, or blocking IMEIs when it's not activated for a while. And I think this one was a finance phone. I'm pretty sure when I checked it, I can't really remember. But for some reason, I just forgot about it and did put it on eBay. That's my mistake. I want to keep turning over inventory fast. But I think it was a bad ESN phone. I think it was, again, finance. So I bought it for, what did I buy it for? I think I bought it for $300. Yeah, $300, and it goes, I should be making about $130 profit on or something like that. So they go pretty high, especially with the just bad ESN phones. Not when they have iCloud and password locked on it. Don't really mess with that kind of stuff. So, but for me, again, this is a pretty easy sell. If you find these can be really big money makers for you, especially if they're like the X's and 8 Pluses, and even 8s. There's a lot of money in it right now, and I've noticed a lot of people are coming to me with like a lot of these more expensive phones for dirt cheap because they're not paid off or they already have a bad ESN. This is another 6 Plus. I've been going through these like crazy. This one I think was 128 gigabytes. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I just take off the sticky notes. One thing that I always do on all my phones is, I don't know if I have it. I don't know if I have it here, but I actually have like a pad of sticky notes. It's something I recommend for all of you to start doing. Is when you get this many phones, obviously it's hard to tell exactly like how many gigabytes it is, and just kind of like the specs of it. So right as I get the phone, I will smack on a sticky note, just write like, so let's say this one, iPhone 8 Plus. I'll stick a sticky note right on and say iPhone 8 Plus, bad ESN. I'll tell the gigabyte, and if there's anything else I need to know in the phone, like camera blur or camera warped or speaker not working, home button, whatever it may be, I will write it on there so I don't forget. And this is especially pertinent for a lot of you that go through a lot of this many phones at some point. Even when you get up to 3, 4, sometimes it's hard to track. You don't want to list the wrong type of phone. Potentially lose money on that deal. Another 6S Plus. This came with a life-proof case. I ended up buying this one for $200. This one has kind of been something I've held on to for a little bit longer. I bought it too high. I just kind of got worked in a deal. This guy was such a better salesman than me, and he kind of caught me off guard. And he was again playing like the sympathy card, like, hey, it's amazing how many people need to fix a car part or have medical bills to pay. It's so stupid, but whatever. It's pretty cool to hear. Hopefully that is a notification for a phone to actually sell of mine, because I have so many of these listed. But the next one, this is an Apple Watch Series 1. I think it says on the side 38 millimeters. I don't know, it might be backwards for you guys. Black band. Ended up buying this for $60, and this could easily sell locally. They're selling at Walmart for $150. I didn't even know that when I bought it, but I'll try to. It's like pretty much brand new. I took out the other part of it, but it's all brand new. It even has like the plastic on it and everything. So I should try to get about $130 for it. A lot of people don't watch those prices pretty actively. I know a lot of people will overbid on prices, and that's where we can make a lot of profit, which is kind of bad for them, but good for us. But pretty cool Apple Watch, pretty easy money. And then this iPhone 8 Plus, this is a 64 gigabyte T-Mobile. Everything is good with it. I ended up buying it for $400. So I'm actually going to be, I've had a guy that's been trying to buy it. We just haven't been able to actually get in find a time for both of us to work, but hopefully tomorrow is the day. Like, we've literally been going back at it for probably 4 or 5 days now, but he wants to buy the phone. It's T-Mobile, 64 gigabyte iPhone 8 Plus, like brand new accessories, everything with it. So this is a super easy sell for me. It just hasn't been a good time to actually get on it. But that is pretty much my inventory. It is a lot of money. I mean, there's probably a couple $1,000s in actual phones here. I might put it in the thumbnail of how much it's actually worth. And remember, that number is in sales, not like what I actually bought it for. But again, the only reason I wanted to make this video for you guys is simply just to show that this is possible and to really give you an update of exactly what can happen if you take this seriously. As I know, not a lot of you don't want to be doing this full time, and you don't really have the time to. I mean, I have that luxury because, well, it's not a luxury, but I literally like took the risk of doing this full time. And so I mean, this is all in the first week. It's like, I hope you guys are like as shocked as me, but like it didn't even feel like that much work, to be honest. It was kind of something where I was putting up ads and it just let people come to me, and I've been trying to get like a couple other different business models up for me. I've been doing a lot of those I honestly can say like I've been spending more time on those than this, and look how many phones I got. And that's not even in a full week. Like I started last month, last Tuesday, and what's today? Yeah, today's Monday. So like it's not like this is how, like, this is not bad. Like today I already shipped out 2 phones, so I had 2 phones on top of this, and I've been shipping out phones almost every single day because I do 1 business day handling time on eBay. Just a little tip for you guys, you should definitely do that because I've honestly A/B tested it, or in a sense split tested it to see if it works, and people love that. They want their items when they buy it. I mean, you want it, I bet you'd want the same thing. So again, I hope you guys found value in the video, and this is more of a motivation thing. I'm not trying to say I'm really good at this. I know a lot of you guys in the group, if you're watching this, are killing it. But for me, like, I mean, this is pretty insane to see like how many phones a 22-year-old can do. Literally putting in just a couple hours of work every single day, not doing a 9 to 5. So again, if you made it to this far in the video, I definitely appreciate you. And if you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're not in the family, definitely hit that little subscription button down below. But with that said, I hope you guys are having a great week. It's definitely a Monday, so I mean, go get it. I mean, it's a Monday, new week, new goals. Set them, write them down, and definitely go kill it. So see you guys tomorrow in the next video.